Are they ready? Okay. Hey, our first act tonight are making their Woody Guthrie Folk Festival debut. He comes from a line of talented singer-songwriter type people. His father was Hoyt Axton, a fine songwriter in his own right. They came to us all the way from California. Again, they're making their California debut, the Woody Fest debut tonight. Please make them feel welcome. Matt Axton and Badmoon.
That's right. No standing ovation, come on. How are we supposed to follow that act? That was tough. Made me smile the whole time. That was really amazing. That was really amazing. I imagine that's what this festival is all about, right? Sort of community, supporting community, seeing stuff grow. I mean, that's what folk music's about. That's what Woody Guthrie was all about. So it's very fitting. And now we're going to do something completely different. Like the announcer said, I'm lucky enough to be one of Hoyt Axton's favorite kids and his youngest kid. And the great state of Oklahoma has always been very kind to us on our independent music endeavors. So this was a highlight for us to get the chance to come here and play with you guys. Now, one thing we realize is Mother Nature always wins. She always wins. But that doesn't mean we can't have just as much fun in here. And that's what we're gonna try and do right now. And now in order, we always try to kick stuff off a little more like rockin', but we're gonna pander real hard to you guys right now. I'm gonna do a little song on my pappy wrote. It happens to be a line all about the great state of Oklahoma in there. This is a big hit for a band called Three Dog Night. Mr. Elvis Presley had a good version of this tune. Mr. Waylon Jennings has an iconic version of this Hoyt Axton tune, but we're gonna do our Met Axton and Woody Fest 25 version, a song called Never Been This Pain. The ladies are insane, and they sure know how to use it. Are they gonna abuse it? They're never gonna lose it. I can't refuse it. No, no, no. Well, I never been to England, but I kinda like the Beatles. They all right. Oklahoma State does that at the halftime of all their games or something, right, like that? The whole place sings it. Is that true? Is that true? Okay, good. I'm sure my stepmom is very happy to buy another Ferrari with all that royalty money. Thank you. All right, good. Thank you. Figured it out. So if many of you guys know, my father was a very proud Okie. They call him the Great White Okie. That was engraved in all of his guitars and stuff. He was born down in Duncan, Oklahoma. Is there any Duncan fans in here? Any people Duncan? A little bit? That's good. We'll take it. One's good enough. But like I said, and my grandfather, my dad's dad, was a military man, so they hopped all over this great state. Spent some little time in Texas, mostly Oklahoma and Florida and stuff like that. But like I said, my family, this was always our stop whenever we were on tour. As a young kid with my dad on his tour bus, Oklahoma was the first place we'd stop. I have cousins that grew up in Ada. I still have cousins out in Norman. And every time I come to this state, I meet a couple new family members. Every time. They're like 18 generations or 18 cousins removed type of thing. So like I said, it makes us feel very warm and welcome here. But we came all the way from Los Angeles, California to hang out with you guys. None of us are from there except for this guy. But we're just glad to be out here. I'm from the mountains of California, a place called Lake Tahoe. So my dad was very smart. What he would do, he'd have a spot in LA to do all his acting and some of his songwriting. He'd have a spot in Nashville where my grandmother was to do a lot more schmoozing, we call it, and then a space to go be free, a space to be out in the country or up in the mountains, and that's where Lake Tahoe was my lucky place to be born and raised. So like I said, Oklahoma has been extra nice to us, so it feels like every time we come out here, we almost lose one band member. They must want to stay here every time. It's true. But we call our particular brand of music Mountain Soul Rock and Roll, aka Americana music with a capital A, which means we can just try and throw a bunch of different styles in one set and see what sticks. That's what we're going to do right now. In honor of my dad's biggest tune, which was a song called Joy to the World / Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog, right? That was the #1 Hoyt tune. Yes. I promise we'll do that at the very end if I stop talking. But I wrote a song sort of in that honor, as an homage to his life of bringing joy and creating community through music. He really believed in the power of that, just like this festival. So I wrote this song right here sort of as, like I said, an homage to that, but also a way to just unite the cowboys and the hippies in one glorious union. This song is supposed to do that. And the song is called Golden Times. We toured across the country last year with this. It's a little jammy, a little hippie, but a little country. And the general feel of this, the point is, no matter how dark and crazy this world can get, as it can get dark and crazy, it is always brighter for you being in it, and thank you for shining your light with us. And I mean that, it's cheesy, but it's true, and I do mean that. So hopefully this song, yes, give yourself some joy claps. So we're gonna do our little hippie version of this right now. It's called Golden Times. nothing matters. Feeling good and living right. I will stay here forever, always standing by your side. It can't get much better. Feeling good and living right, yeah. Open your eyes, open your mind. Yeah. There we go. Some hippie California music for you guys. Well, that was fun. That was fun for me. This is Mr. Taylor Coffman guitar, everybody, right here. That's right. That's the fastest gun in all the West. Not in Oklahoma, though. No, Arlene Tajan here. That was not fair. That was not fair. So like I said, we're just gonna sort of, we'll throw in a couple more legacy tunes, I promise. I got some more family bragging to do. And like I promised, at the end, we will do a song about a frog named Jeremiah. Most of the time we're playing like these late night honky tonks and stuff, and I have to keep people here as long as possible, so we save joy to the very end. But we're doing this purely out of love for you guys this time. It's purely out of love. And if you guys like what you usually ask about tip jars too, make sure you tip your bartenders. Make sure you do that kind of stuff. Make sure you say hi to your musicians and tell them that you love them, because that's important for us independent musicians to hear sometimes. Well, all right, there we go. I love you too. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. But as you can tell, I mean, especially with, the history that Woody Guthrie created, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he's sort of one of the, godfathers of folk music and one of the, innovators of what we call Americana music, which most people don't know really the definition, the true definition of Americana, which there isn't really one. It is an umbrella term. It's meant to be, a way to fit a bunch of different genres under one roof there. And so you can, any music that basically came from the roots or the ground, the earth grew from this great country right here is considered Americana music. So you have your blues, your funk, your soul, rock and rolls now in there, country music, bluegrass, everything fits in there. And that's why I love it, because my dad was never confined, even if he should have been at some point, into a genre. My dad's first hit that he ever wrote was a song called Greenback Dollar, which is a big hit for Kingston Trio in the early 60s, right? That was a folk standard. And his biggest hits are Joy of the World and Never Been to Spain and The Pusher, which are all sort of psychedelic rock, big anthems. And then his own hits were all country tunes, like Bony Fingers and Down the Dealer and all that stuff. So he really just believed in writing a good song. He didn't care what genre it was. And I think Woody Fest represents that perfectly. There were so many amazing different styles of artists here today that we got to see. It was very inspiring. Even 14-year-old kids that blew the stage, the roof off the place. Absolutely. So we're gonna throw a little country rocker tune at you guys right now. We're gonna do one, I guess we'll do it. This is a brand new tune for us. We've been testing it on the road and it's been going well. So we're gonna do it for you guys. A little song called Slip Away With Me. As the day Like I said, that song is not available anywhere else. No digital, just here live for you guys. It's a one-of-a-kind song. That's right, that's right. How do you do that one thing with the guitar like that?
My parents bought me lessons. They were
Yeah,
good
very
parents.
smart,
They were good
very
parents.
smart parents, very smart parents.
Nice parents.
Very nice parents. Like I said, with Americana, we like to just sort of hop back and forth and do some those country thing. We're gonna do a little funky tune for you guys right now. I know everything today has been very sort of more solo folk centered. I know the people after us are gonna do some folk stuff. So we weren't sure what to do. We wanted to change our whole set and get super heartfelt. So we're just gonna hide that under lots of guitar solos, if that's okay. If that's okay. Is that okay with you right there, sir? Perfect, all right. He's the only one I can see in the audience right now. I'm just kidding, I can see your smiles and bright faces, I can see it. We're gonna do a little tune called Walk On By. We had a coin flip and we're gonna pick this one right here. Has anybody ever heard of a band called the Grateful Dead? Ever heard of those guys? All right, we got a couple. Okay, good. All right, well, we're not gonna do one of those songs. This little song called Walk On By. We're just making sure you guys are cultured out here. We're just making sure. On my front porch, say walk all night. I say walk all night. All night. Thank you, man. Did anybody come back from that journey? Has anybody lost on that trip out there? Shakedown, there we go, Shakedown Street we got. Buy this man a beer or whatever he wants, water. Water on us. We just got a couple more. This talking really gets in the way of all our song lists that we're doing. But that's why we're here, right? Folk music is about that, about telling a story, right? Telling a story with a little bit of energy there. So if you want to dance, if you want to laugh, if you want to cry or think, that is exactly what we want you to do, whatever you feel like doing. So that's the magic of folk music, right? And I know Woody, like I said, he's the godfather of folk, and he was one of my dad's biggest inspirations for writing his songs. And the Guthries are great friends to us. And I don't know if they pulled any strings to get us here, but if they did, thank you so much, Guthrie. Yes, we love them all. We love them all. In some weird way, Arlo and my dad, I mean, they were great friends my dad's entire life, and they would have this joke, and we're not sure if it's true or not, that they're like cousins 5 times removed. And I'm just going to go with it. Let's just go. Let's spread that rumor from now on. We are honorary Guthries. We're about the same size, right? I think. Yeah, exactly. They're all related. We like them. We like them. All right, we're going to do. We're come to the very beginning of the Axton music legacy right now. Like I said, folk is about sort of telling stories. So I'm going to tell you guys a very quick story. Obviously, my dad is a proud Okie and somebody that I am very honored and proud to keep his legacy and his music and his story alive. That's why I played the music. I mean, to tell my own stories, but to keep him alive is the easiest way I've found to do that. But the whole Axton music legacy started one generation prior, my friends. I started with my grandmother, May, born Axton. Now, she was, you can give her some love. And then after this story, you're going to go like, oh my God. So in the early 1950s, my grandmother was a part-time school teacher. She sort of taught school all over this great state as well. And right at this point, they were living down in Jacksonville, Florida. And she was doing press work for a guy named Colonel Tom Parker in his traveling roadshow. She was at that time one of only 2 females in the entire industry. So she was a tough cookie. She was the youngest and the only female of 11 kids. So she knew what she was doing. She knew how to tell people what to do, and they didn't. So she was great at promotion. And she was mainly doing lead promotion for a guy named Hank Snow, who in the early 50s was the biggest country artist on the planet. The biggest one, the yodeling cowboy. And down in Florida, they did a couple shows, and there was this young artist who started opening up for Hank Snow, getting a lot of momentum. Right? All the girls were going like, doing that thing. And my grandma saw this young man, a lot like the kid who opened up for us, now that I think about it. Oh my God, the next Elvis. Oh, oops. So this young artist started opening up, and like I said, this fervor built around my grandmother because of her promotion background, went to the head of RCA Records and said, hey, this kid's gonna be huge, you should sign him right now before anybody else does. And RCA, they listened to her, and they signed Elvis Presley to the biggest contract in music history at that time of $20,000. It was a long time ago, amazing. Enough for 6 beers in Los Angeles, where we come from, that's true. Sad but true, that joke is way too, yeah, maybe 5. So either way, they signed Elvis to this big contract. And after a few months, they didn't have any hits yet. They were getting worried. They went to my grandmother, because they knew she was a part-time songwriter as well. And they said, hey, you got us in this pickle, you're gonna get us out. So my grandmother said, fine, we'll write Elvis a #1 song. Now she said that to a lot of artists, but this one came true. My grandmother grabbed her writing partner, a guy named Tommy Durden. They grabbed the newspaper off the stand, laid it on the kitchen counter, and we're looking in the back, and all these articles for like inspiration, this little flashpoint, right? They found an article of, sadly, it was a man who had taken his own life and left only a note in his pocket that said, I walk a lonely street. And in the next 22 minutes, my grandmother and Tommy Durden penned Elvis Presley's first million-selling hit called Heartbreak Hotel. It's true, it's true. And my dad at that time was a standout junior varsity football player at Robert E. Lee High School. He came home to make himself a triple-decker peanut butter jelly sandwich. And he looked in the living room and he saw Elvis and my grandma talking about the musical life and all the good things that go along with it. He said, right then, it snapped in his head. And he's like, I want to be a musician. So he made his way out. After a little stint in the Navy, he made his way up to New York City, went to Chicago, went to New Orleans, went to every musical mecca, and sort of, gleaned everything he could. Made his way out to Hollywood, wrote himself his own #1 hit called Joy to the World. And to this day, you Okies should be proud of this, because they're both Okies, my grandma and dad. My dad and grandma are the only parent and child to independently write #1 hits in the history of mankind. Right? It's true, they're both Okies. So you guys should be very happy about that. So we're gonna do our little version of Heartbreak Hotel for you guys right now, and then it goes a little bit like this. All right, you guys, we just have time for one more tune, but I promise, save the best for last for you guys. We have the number 1 and 2 in the Hoyt Axton hit parade here. And one thing that, I get to keep my grandmother and father's legacy alive through their music and their memories and their want and belief in creating community through music. It's a really important thing, especially for us independent artists. It means everything to see smiling faces and to see you guys support this amazing festival and event. Next time, let's I'll pray for no rain next year. Can we do that? Can we do that? But this is just as much fun. This is just as much fun, man. Yeah. And if you guys like, what you heard next door, there's a bunch of all the artists have their merch in that room, so go support them. That's huge. That's how we fill up our gas tanks and make you guys walking billboards and stuff. It's very important how we do that. But like I said, it's my grandma's the one that started this whole thing, and one of the most magical things has been gleaming little things from what we call like the fabric of Americana. Is that the people that said that Heartbreak Hotel was the inspirational song that wanted them to be musicians. Of the top 5, this would be a heavy brag. It was Paul McCartney, Elton John, Keith Richards, and a couple other people. But that's pretty good, isn't it? That's pretty good. So without my grandma, without that Okie lady, going down to Florida, writing that tune, the shape of what we know as popular music and music in general would have been completely different. So you guys should be very happy that came from Oklahoma. It really did, that came from here. And I don't say that to every crowd, I swear. I did not say that in Cleveland, I did not. All right, we're gonna send you guys out with the #1 hit from my pappy wrote, the #1 hit of 1971. The greatest song about a frog ever written in the history of mankind. That is right, that is right. All we ask you guys is take this little bit of joy we're gonna give you right now with this song and go out into the world and spread it. You don't have to do a lot, I know we're all busy people, but do something that makes you happy. High five a baby or eat some ice cream or do whatever you need to do. And then pretty soon, if something makes them happy, it'll sneak on to the next person, and the snowball effect is real, and it'll cover the whole world in joy. And the world can never have too much joy. It's just impossible. So that's all we ask right now. Take this joy and go spread it. And we're gonna be hanging out in the crowd, so Taylor will sign all the autographs for everybody. It'll be great. And we're gonna do a little song called Joy to the World for you guys.
Joy to you and me.
you guys so much. I'm Matt Axton. Thank you for watching. Joy to you, Woody Fest. Joy to you. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your Woody Fest. Joy to you. Joy to you.
Matt Axton and Badmoon. Thank you guys. Okay, folks, hang tight. We'll turn the stage. We'll have some announcements. I think we may have some raffle information coming before too terribly long.